And you played on the ball team?
And I played on the ball team.
What position did you play?
I caught.
You were the catcher?
Yeah. It was an interesting situation in that we played against Fisher Control, who had a real good ball club, but we ended up winning, I think, 5 years in a row, and I think they got a little sick of us. But it was interesting. Anybody that came on the fire hall, if they wanted to, whether they had played ball before or not, could play ball. It was not just because you could play, that's all. Hockey, we used to go, we had a good hockey club here, in that we went to, we played London, we played Stratford, Brantford, Kitchener, and we had kind of a little thing going, who could beat who. And,
It'd be a good way to keep your physical fitness up.
You noticed. No, it was, yes. But we used to go to the arena, which was right across from the fire hall at that time, and about 3 times a week in the mornings, and we would play hockey over there.
Okay.
And we had enough people show up. You had 2 teams, and it was good.
Good physical fitness.
Oh yes, super, really. Yeah. And I played with the senior team.
Do you remember when you first joined the department, what the hiring process was at the time?
Yes. I had an interview actually before there was an opening with the fire chief at the time, and talked to him, I guess, for 3/4 of an hour, and he said that he would hire me. Well, about 6 to 8 months later, there was an opening, and I never forget, my father said that I had to apply, and I said, well, I already applied. And so I did get a call from them, and went in and interviewed him, and the very first question he asked me, it was funny because he said, I understand you're a good ball player.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, I play in a very good league. And he said, well, we have a ball team. And I said, well, if you hire me, you got another ball player. And he did hire me, and I never did play ball for them other than in a couple of tournaments, because the league I was in was a pretty good one, and we ended up, I had to sit out for 2 years before I could play in the same league with them. Oh. So I never did really play with them other than in some tournaments. I played some tournaments with them, and that's about it.
Oh, isn't it? Now the Firemen's League, they, I noticed they played against other factories and companies in town.
Yeah, it was an industrial league here in town, and it was a pretty good league, and they had a good team. Well, most of the guys on the team were firefighters. You always tried to hire athletes.
Yes.
Because you need, especially if they were in team sports, it's a team thing. Okay, everything with the fire department, you work as a team. So guys that played on team sports fit in better than guys that didn't. Mm-hmm. I felt that was my opinion. So, and that's what I looked for when I hired guys.
Yeah, people that could be a team player. Mm-hmm.